How's it going, everyone? And welcome back always to Continues to Tick. As I always talk about time and how it passes, you can't think I'd forget to mention that here we are now, officially in the last week of July of 2021, about to enter August. My birthday's in August, and soon enough, I'll be over the hump officially, making way closer to my 30s than my early 20s, turning 26. While studying in college, that's when I first got into investing in penny stocks, playing with Bitcoin. I guess it started because I realized, even before entering the workforce, and although I studied to become a registered nurse, there's a lot more I'd rather be doing with my time. And at least for me, not plan to work forever. Or at least feel like I'm working forever. Because at this point, I love the idea of just doing YouTube videos as work. That'd be pretty cool, right? And you can dream. It was with this ideation that sparked my mind. That once I graduated and officially entered the quote-unquote real world, the rat race, or as I simply refer to it, the workforce, I knew I wanted to set myself up with a financial strategy that I can utilize with time, my interest of the future, and not need to worry much about it, allowing me thus even more time and energy into living life and making new memories. These are a few, but part of the many reasons why I chose dividend investing. Well, here I am now, having had time pass, to the point where this past July 20th, I have officially been dividend investing for one entire year now. And to be honest, completely, I love it. I cannot see myself investing in any other way. I chose this strategy over other variations, such as growth, for example, or investing heavily or heavier into real estate, which I'm not in, by the way, but I hope to someday. And so far as I've learned and continue to learn, I have no regrets on investing with this style. And now, having had a year of investing strictly for dividends, I'll share with you three things that I believe to be of the most importance to know or remember if you yourself plan on partaking in this journey, this long journey of growing your financial wealth through dividend investing. Before I give you a run on, how about you hit that like button and consider subscribing for more videos like these and all the future plans I have in store for this channel. Maybe if you do so, I'll see you around when I hit my second year dividend investing mark. It'll happen. I'm not planning on stopping this journey anytime soon. So time. It's what I always preach on this channel. This and the future, which for me I see going hand in hand. Dividend investing will take a lot of this. It's not a get-rich-quick strategy. So if you're in it for all the wrong reasons, there's a higher chance you won't be sticking with it long enough to see it pay off. And if you do try to cut short on the journey, maybe with some high dividend yield paying holdings, you run a higher risk of getting burnt. So do be careful. In my opinion, there is no shortcuts in building wealth. You may catch a nice run, but time will always be an ally. If used appropriately and for dividend investing, time is your friend. But also, if focused on too much, can be your enemy as well. As you can soon realize that the dream of growing up a substantial amount of passive stream income with dividend investing will certainly take a while. Dividend investing takes time. Now this ties into my number 2. In addition to time, how much you invest matters. Unlike what most people may say, you may invest $50 a week or invest $100 here and there, but there's a high chance that this just may not be enough. But as an example, I invest $500 every single week. Now times that by 52 weeks in a year, and it comes up to an amount of $26,000 a year that I'm aiming to put into my portfolio. But I bring up myself as an example, mainly because people may look at my situation and see this as unattainable or unrealistic. But with a good career that provides a good stable income, and tie that in with a good level of financial discipline maybe, and as long as you budget right and invest as much as you can, you may be surprised to find out you may not be investing as much as you could be. You might be able to invest more. I invest as much as I do, hopefully to fast track the process a little bit at a time. And the amount you invest greatly impacts this. In short, invest more to speed up this process, invest less, and this process slows. I also like to use myself as an example to show that although I invest as much as I do, it may seem like I'm fast tracking the process. But regardless, it's still a long process, and my financial freedom is still a ways away. Number 3, and just to note, I listed this as number 3, but this next one can easily be number 2 or even number 1 of importance. And it's don't lose focus of your initial plan. So now we know investing for dividends takes time, and the amount you invest significantly speeds up or can slow down this process. Given these two things, it's quite easy to get distracted along the way, divert course a little bit, or switch around our investing strategies, trying to speed up or enhance our financial goals. It's completely normal. I'm not saying necessarily to not invest in other avenues. It's actually a smart idea to be well diversified in other avenues, such as crypto or real estate, for example, in addition to a dividend portfolio. Just don't get lost and risk what you're building in a dividend portfolio, or pigeonholing your dividend portfolio by chasing the next hottest sector. Because the truth is, there will always be something newer and something hotter. So just be cognizant of your starting out goal. And remember, if you're investing for dividends, you are investing for dividends. No matter what Tesla, Bitcoin, or NFTs are doing, a dividend portfolio flourishes with consistency, focus, and a systematic game plan. And that's what I've realized over this past year. And just as we head to closing out this week's video, let's wrap up by going over the portfolio review for this last week. So here we are currently in the Jesse's cash flow portfolio, currently sitting comfortably over the 31K mark at $31,800.04. And here we are on the all-time chart. And if we go down to look at the actual chart itself, you can see here on July 20th of 2020, that is when I started this portfolio. That is when I started this journey. And I do happen to invest quite a bit every single week, but with consistency, with time. You can see here, we've made progress. We've had a couple dips here along the way. Here's another one here, and another one here. But at the end of the day, there's a strategy in place here, and I'm trying my hardest just to follow it, abide by it, keep myself accountable. And so far, after a year, I can say I've been doing it for a year, which is pretty nice to say. But to be honest, this is just the beginning. And with time, hopefully, we'll be at a much greater portfolio size of just $31,800. My goal by the end of this year was to cross 40K, and we're about 9K short, and we have about 4 months to go. So we'll see. We'll see if we cross it. But currently, this is a portfolio size of $31,800 with a return of 32.19%. There's a point in time where we actually crossed the 40% return mark, and it'd be interesting to see if these markets start to improve a little bit, if we'd be able to cross that once again. But ever since then, the markets have been a little wishy-washy, to say the least. But this 32%, it equates to a total portfolio gain, according to M1 Finance here, of $4,623. Of this, $4,148 is from market gain alone, and the rest is from earned dividends over time of $474.19. And now heading over into the activity section for this past week. Here we are starting the week off on July 20th with the stock split from Nvidia. They did a 4-for-1 stock split, and their share price I believe is in the 190s now. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out from here. And here we are also on July 21st with a $500 deposit, just like we always do, week after week. It's part of our strategy, part of the game plan. And following this, given that we were sitting on a pretty good cash balance at the end of last week, we had a $20 snowball this week, which I will take gladly every single time. Last week, as you can see here, we had a $13 snowball. The week before that was a $20 snowball. So here we are. My first dividend payout was Apple of 8 pennies. And now here we are with snowballs, the size of $13 and $20 over the last 3 weeks. So that's going to be it for this week's video. I hope there's something you're able to take away from this. It's pretty nice and pretty amazing to know that about a year ago I started this dividend portfolio. And in August, in the upcoming month, a year ago from then, I started this YouTube channel. And here we are a year later, having had this dividend portfolio. My mindset hasn't changed. I feel like I haven't had to work too hard for this portfolio. It's a nice set it and forget it, but don't get me wrong. I look at it every single day, as I'm sure most of you guys look at your portfolios as well. And we made it through 7 days. And because of that, there's a high chance we can make it through another 7 days. And in those 7 days, I will see you then on my next week's video. And I'm looking forward to it, as always. And as always, take care.